Today we're taking a look at 5 free or inexpensive plugins that I can wholeheartedly recommend. Greetings all and welcome back, and if you're new here, please do consider subscribing and remember to click that bell to get notifications when I have new videos up. And also, if you'd like to support this channel as well as the other one I have a link down in the description where you can pick up some merch. And if you have the means to pick up a t-shirt or two, that means I can continue to spend enough time to get these videos out for you. Really appreciate it if you do. Now, as mentioned, today's focus is on cheap or free plugins that are really good. Some of these I've covered in videos before, but I thought I'd gather a few together. One big favorite of mine is the Klanghelm MJUC. It's one of my favorite compressors, and it costs less than $30 to get it. Those not familiar with it, this is really 3 compressors in one. You have the Mark 1, which is based on the classic MJUC compressor. And you have the Mark 2, which is a cross between the Retro 175 and 176 compressors, which basically were the tube predecessors to the 1176. The Mark 3 is a more modern type, quite clean and not as colored as the other 2 modes. Also, you have a few extra selections here. You have the timbre knob, which basically acts like a tone knob. You can go from a very dark setting to a very hi-fi or bright one. There's a drive knob, which is incredible for adding saturation to your signal. You have a sidechain filter, where you can filter out the bottom end, and a mix knob, so you can do parallel compression without having to set up a whole bunch of aux sends and returns and stuff like that. I've inserted this plugin on the overhead folder track in the Reaper. You can hear there some of the things it does. At a price just below the $30, this is a no-brainer, in my opinion. Next up, let's try a free one. We'll try that on the Snare top. And then we have the Sonic Anomaly Transpire plugin. As you can guess, this is a transient designer. You have 4 knobs here. There's attack, sustain, output knob, and the sensitivity knob. Cool little plugin. It does exactly what it promises. And transient designers like this one is very cool, especially for drum samples, which often lack a bit in the attack portion of it. Alright, let's move on to the next one. We'll then go to the bass. And this is the Waves MV2. This is cool in the way that you can really compress something incredibly hard without it sounding too obvious. The best way to describe this is a combination of a low-level compressor and a limiter in one. As you can hear, it's very transparent and just evens out a signal incredibly well. Next thing I'll try out now is a dynamic EQ. This is a TDR Nova from Tokyo Dome Labs. A dynamic EQ is basically the same thing as a de-esser. Cool, we got a basic EQ going on there. Let's try some dynamic EQ in the upper mids, which is often a problem on a lot of guitars and vocals. The last one we'll try for today is the Acon Multiply. This is a modulation effect. Just to run through some presets on it here. cool plugin for taking a fairly dull track and turning it into something a bit more interesting, perhaps. And those are the 5 plugins that I've chosen for this video. I'll leave links in the description to where you can find them. These are 5 that are very often used, and they're all very good quality. Hope you found that useful, and if you like the sort of videos I do here, please do consider subscribing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.